Hey folks, this is Maria Abreu. Welcome to my channel. We invite you to subscribe. And if you like the content of the videos, don't forget to hit like and feel free to share. Hey guys, this is Maria Abreu. Welcome back. Um, Getting back up on the horse of doing videos. I know that after the conference we got a little lazy, so sorry about that. Well, not lazy, just busy. But it's always good to come back on and share time with you and answer your questions. We had an interesting run of questions this time around. Listen, this video is something that it doesn't stem from a question posed by a subscriber. It's information I want to share with you. We've talked a lot in the past about um, how to qualify for the fast track residency, right? We talked about the categories that you can apply under. We talked about, the type of income you have to generate. But I want to talk about what is required in order to renew fast track residency. And when we say fast track residency, I want to go ahead and clear up that we're talking about permanent residency under the investment department, right? Now, when it comes time to renew that residency, what is the state looking for? Now, a renewal is a little bit different than a first time application because a first time application, you are going to provide the documents that go with the category that you're applying under. So if you're a pensioner, you're going to provide a pension document apostilled indicating how much income from pension you receive per month. And as we have previously discussed, to qualify for permanent residency under the investment program or the fast track, you have to earn a minimum of 1,500 or more per individual and 1,750 per couple. If you're coming in as a rentista or a foreign investor who derives passive income in the amount of $2,000 or more per month, you would have to show, here again, income documents. Is it from a company? We show documents of incorporation. Is it from annuities? Is it from stocks? Is it from bonds? Okay? Is it from property rental? So whatever generates that passive income, we would have to provide apostille documents indicating A, that you are invested in that, whether it's a company, whether you own a property, or what have you, and what your monthly earnings are. And here again, there's the third way to um, qualify for permanent residency under the fast track, and that's investing the $200,000. Now, when it comes time to renew under the fast track program, those documents proving income are not necessary. You don't have to present those same documents to immigration in order to qualify for renewal. What are they looking for? They're going to now be looking at the activity in your Dominican bank account. Okay. Now, for those of you who have done your research, followed us in the channel, read the newsletters, gone to the conference, and those of you who have been clients and have applied for residency under the investment department, you know that one of the requirements is to have a Dominican bank account. So I want to explain, once you get that visa and you come to the country to apply for residency, one of the things our firm does is we help you to set up an account with a Dominican bank. We help you open a Dominican bank account. Once that's open, we get a letter from the bank, a reference letter indicating so and so is now a customer of this bank. And that reference letter has to be submitted along with all of your documents when we apply for residency for the first time. Okay? Now, a year has passed because for the investment department, the residency is renewed after the first year and then every 2 years thereafter. But every time you renew, Now, immigration, they already know where the funds come from. Now they want to see the activity in the Dominican bank account. What does this mean? Now, the law establishes that whatever category you come under, whether you're getting the 2000 per month or the 1500, that money should ideally go into your Dominican bank account, right? However, the Dominican government or the immigration department is very reasonable. They understand that people can derive the income and it doesn't necessarily have to come to the DR, but they want to see that there's actual movement in your bank account. So what are they actually looking for? Well, one of the documents that we have to provide, or one of the items that we have to provide, is a 6-month bank statement from your Dominican bank account and a reference letter. Now, the reference letter is going to show how much money you have in the Dominican bank account, whereas the bank statements are going to show the activity on the account. So, what are they looking for as far as an amount? Well, if you're a pensioner, they want to see a minimum of 2 months worth of pension in that account by the renewal date. So if you're getting 1500 a month, it would be good for you to have 3000 in your Dominican bank account for the renewal process. Okay? And as far as the bank statements, they want to see movement. So when you open your bank account and you have like a debit card, it would be good that 6 months prior to um, renewing your residency, you use the card. You can send, you could transfer funds into your account, do like wires, or you could pay for services, like give it some movement, let them see. And the reference letter that is presented showing the balance on your account, if you're a pensioner, it should be at least 2 months. If you receive passive income in the amount of 2000, then it should be at least 2 months. So 3000 for pensioners, 4000 um, for those who receive passive income. And for those who have invested the 200,000, it's the same thing. They want to see the amount in the account and the movement of the account. So listen, guys, they're very reasonable. Okay, they're not looking for you to have exorbitant amounts of money in that account, but they do want to see a minimum of 2 months worth of whatever income you derive under the category that you applied in the account. Okay. Now, does the account always have to have 3,000 and 4,000? No. But at least by the renewal date, you should have that. Okay. So it is important that you have even if afterward you move the money out of the account, but that reference letter has to say 3000 for pensioners, 4000 for rentistas and investors. Okay, guys? And this is very important because I can't tell you how many times, they set up the bank account, but they don't live in the DR, so they forget all about doing anything with that account. And then the next thing you know, when it's time to renew, they've done nothing with the account. The account is practically inactive. So you want to make sure that you don't do that. It's very important that you don't do that, that you move the account, give it some movement at least 6 months prior to the renewal date. Okay, guys? And this is very important because renewal, the focus is different than when you're applying for residency for the first time. See, when you're applying for residency for the first time, they don't care. You just open that account. It could have nothing in it. But when it's time to renew, they want to see that you've moved money in there and that you've moved the account around, you know, um, 6 months prior to that date. So I hope this information was helpful because these are some of the issues we've had when it comes time to renew residency under the fast track. One other thing. So the bank that we work with, okay, we've been working a lot with Santa Cruz, and I'll tell you why. Banco Santa Cruz has an advantage. See, most of our clients don't live in the country, or they're always in and out. But there are banks that, when it comes time to renew residency, most of our clients are not here. They send everything, they start the process, send everything virtually, and we have to send things over to the immigration department. Now, because they're not here, there are banks that will not allow, they won't issue bank reference letters or bank statements to third parties. Even if their customers, our clients, sends them an email requesting that they won't do it. So we've had the inconvenience of having to have the client come to the country, go personally to the bank to get the reference letter and the bank statements in order to complete their file to then send it to immigration. Can you imagine that? Fortunately, because immigration knows us and they know of this inconvenience, they'll get us fast appointments, but still, that's a headache. So Banco Santa Cruz is one of the very few banks where clients could send an email telling the bank, please provide the banking documentation requested by you know, our attorneys, and they will provide us with it. Like the client will send the email, and then the bank will contact us, come by. So and so's bank statements and reference letter is ready for pickup. And this helps us because immigration needs for all documents to be submitted before they approve the renewal of the process and issue an appointment date. And this is something we like to have done before the client schedules a trip, books a flight. So that's another thing to keep in mind. Like, Popular, Scotia, all these other banks, they do not allow that. So if you're dealing with a bank that has policies that are that strict and you don't live in the country, I will tell you that by the renewal date, you're going to have to deal with that headache, and so will we. So these are some of the things to consider when setting up a bank account. We set up bank accounts because we know that these banks are friendly and they're going to not give us issues, to obtain documents that we require for processes, guys. All right. I hope this was not too confusing. Please let me know if it was. Share your comments. God bless and see you next time.